Good morning, Farmer Rob here from Cannonall Farm, up bright and early, ready to conquer the world. And the first job that we're doing this morning, on what is a very mild, pleasant day in Barnsley, is to turn the horses and donkeys out. So here we go. We've got Spotlight, we've got Apache Spirit, we've got Kiki, we've got Alice, and they're all coming out to play, and we've got Lily. So these are all American miniature horses. They're absolutely lovely. They have brightened our lives. When I say lives, I don't mean live broadcast, just lives in general. So that's Kiki in the front, getting a winter coat. There's Lily trotting on behind. There's Spotlight, who's on loan. He's a hired gun. And we're hoping that he's going to be getting these girls pregnant. Go on, Kiki, you little rascal. Go on, Spotlight, go on. Go on. Plenty of grass in there. You're not on rations. And there's Apache Spirit. Now, are they going to have a run and a kick? She used to be a leopard. He used to be a leopard Appaloosa, but now he's a full Appaloosa, isn't he? I'll cover him, Charlie. Go on, lad. Go on. Go on, rascal. Go on, rascals. And they soon get to know, don't they? They soon see your weaknesses. And obviously, Charlie's got a few of them. No, I don't mean that, Charlie. You've got loads of strengths. Lots and lots. No, they don't actually. No, I think they're a lot more positive than negative. So Charlie's moving at pace with legs as long as that. One stride of his is 2 strides of mine. So, and I mean that. So he's off to get the next. Oh, 100%. I can't wait. Yeah. Shall I make my way up? What are you bringing first, Charlie? Which ones? Them 4? Yeah. So shall I put them? Shall I set this one up first? Yeah.
Well, I've been putting Jennies and poles in here just because there's so much grass and these small Jennies aren't keeping on top of it.
All right.
The paddocks at the top have had the 2 big.
And have they been all right with Spotlight? They've not been.
Yeah, they've been fine.
Right.
Because that bottom paddock's got plenty of grass in for the poles.
Right. Very good. So I'll start the bottom one then, yeah? So, if you're not busy, stay tuned and watch these little horses and donkeys have some fun. Now, what we would love more than anything, and we are already more in debt to you than you will ever know, is some votes for the TV Choice Awards, because we've got a theory that while ever we keep on winning that, we've got a blinding chance of springtime being televised. We think it'd be a really difficult cancel if, while ever we're winning that, then, from Channel 5's point of view, it's a good victory. It's something that they don't do every day. Those horses have just gone charging off now. I missed them. Here we are. It's something we don't do every day, and the channel doesn't do every day, because we're the little guy punching above our weight against the big guns. And look at that. What a great sight. Apache Spirit, 100% living his best life. And that's what we're focused on this year, is getting all these horses, donkeys, cows, sheep, pigs, everything, living the best life it possibly can. We're 100% farmers, but we're 100% animal lovers, and that's what we want to do. Grand, right. So we await our next arrival. So I'll get at this side at gate. Look at the Kiki's now charging about. They're all having a play. That's lovely. So the next thing is the mini donkeys. Right, who's watching us? 790 people, and here they come. Da-da-la. So we've got, off we go. Come on, you little rascals. They look great, don't they? What a gift they are. Yes, Charlie. All right, Grant. I'll gently make my way up here. That's what's that one called? Jigsaw. Yeah. Why jigsaw?
It looked like it'd been put together like a puzzle.
No, jigsaw is jigsaw because exactly. Yeah, Charlie's put it exactly right. Couldn't have put it better myself. He just looks like a jigsaw. He's got all the markings and one fits into the other. So I suppose they will because that is his natural markings. You what, lad? Is there? Right. I better start me march up here and get the next one ready because before we know it, Farmer Danny will be here with some more. Oh my God! Charlie shouts, "They're coming!" And I thought, "Oh no, I'm a million miles away," but it was having me on. He is a joker. Right, so what's the day got in store for you guys? Is it wash day? Are you going out for a walk? Are you meeting pals? Are you going to work? What are you up to? Please tell us, because we're just a bit nosy, really. We like to know what's occurring. Right, so let's put this across. Then we can't be caught with the proverbial pants down. And let's get these ready in time for the horses. So I'm just going to put you there. Just one sec. So yeah, what are you up to? Are you meeting family, friends? Are you going to work? I suppose most people are going to work. But if you find a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I suppose that's the dream, isn't it? And to dream of a great life, and that's what I would hope everyone is able to have. I mean, a great life comes in many forms, I suppose, but above all else, it's one that you enjoy, feel you're doing some good, and here they come. The little guys. We couldn't get them out yesterday because there was a horse and donkey experience. So they were in to meet the friends, but there's none today. So yeah, if I've lost the train of thought, haven't I? So we would love it if you could vote for us in the TV Choice Awards. I don't know if anyone's able to. Any admins are listening. Could they post the link on? Hello. What category says Mads? I think it's factual. We're getting outmanoeuvred here, Danny. There's such clever things, aren't they? They soon learn the cheats. I'll give you that, Danny. They soon know the cheats and ways to avoid being where we want them to be. So look at that one, going 100 miles an hour. And that one's going 100 miles an hour. Look at it. Wow. They could be racehorses. I'm writing a children's book, actually. I haven't done it yet. But how hard can it be? Look at them. I took Nellie for an adventure the other night, and we came up with a book. She says, I can do writing, she's going to do illustrations, or the drawings as she put it. And it's about 3 sheep that escape, and down at Mill Farm there are 3 sheep that are always escaping into the next field. So we roughed, look at that horse, absolutely crackers. We roughed the bear, but look at them, they're just jumping and prancing and having a great time. That one's having a roll, that's Pony M, look at that. Leanne's doing housework and we'll keep voting, thank you so much. Devote some time to vote, look at that, they're all having a roll, they're all having a play, they're having a fantastic time. Linda Page having another day chilling, happily retired, well done you. A retirement well earned and well lived, hopefully. Diana says I'm free. Gail says voted lots of times, thank you. And Hazel's food shopping this morning, then doctors this afternoon for my flu jab. I need my flu jab. I couldn't have it the other day because I was doing something which was a bit inconvenient, but oh, we're in London, that was it. So right, so that's them. So there's 4 more donkeys coming now. Those donkeys are having a little bit of a procession. A little bit of a tootle around. That one's having a bit of a run. And they really are a joyous band of brothers and sisters. They're wonderful things. Very lucky to have them. I do feel lucky to share our lives with so many crackingly beautiful animals. So we'll make our way up here. Danny and Charlie will be back in a moment. Because they're young and they're fast and they're athletic, and I'm older and slower and unathletic, but everyone can play a part. So, what else? Voting for the TV Choice Awards, springtime and winter on the farm, if you possibly can. If you can find it in your way to cast your votes for us, we would love it. Pumpkin Festival is on again this weekend, and it really does look great. I have to say, the best we've ever done by a country mile, and something that we're proud of. Very proud, and a lot of hard work's gone into it. Excuse me. So, it's a long way up here. Some crossed over electric fence wires, we can sort that out. Right. Bear with. No sign of any donkeys yet. There we are. Put that on there. So that's waiting till the donkeys arrive, and then we can catch our breath and read a few comments while they make their way here. Assuming they're coming. So, a lovely morning. Maureen's voted. Gloria says morning, Rob. 990 people. Give us a share if you can. Gail's partner has just had his flu jab and got the side effects was a small dose of flu. Oh heck. As long as it's only a small one. Susie, last I went hunting to try to vote for you, I couldn't find a way from the US. That's from Susie Widdick. Well, thank you for trying, Susie. Can anyone help Susie vote from the US? Is this an extra live, or have I got it wrong? It's an extra live, absolutely. I just thought I'd keep, when there's something nice to show, like these, I just think it's nice to share it. There's Gordon's cows and calves enjoying an Indian summer, and eating the grass that they didn't get in the summer. So that's super nice and lovely to see. The fields still adorned with livestock going into October. So long may that continue. We need a late. It looks like Gordon's got a bit of a cut of late silage going on down there as well. There's a field that is set aside for cutting by the looks of it. Those donkeys are just going berserk down there. Look at them, just charging around. They're such joyful animals. Linda thought she missed today. Rebecca's having a flu jab on Friday. Claire says, remember you can vote multiple times on the TV Choice Awards. Winking emoji. Thank you to all the people who are devoting time out of their lives to voting for us. I mean, and the reason I don't feel too bad is we are the little guy. We're Channel 5. We're Cannon Hall Farm. We're from Barnsley. And we wouldn't get anywhere without the devotion of you guys who have got our backs right from lockdown right to the present day. So we're very, 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 very grateful. So if you can find the time, please keep voting. Michelle says, morning, coming to stay at Millspring Cottage at the weekend and doing the supper club, so can't wait. Excellent. That's Michelle Nichols stopping at my daughter Katie's little cottage where people can stay at Mill Farm at Gunthwaite where Richard lives and Katie and Philip live, and enjoy the delights that area has to offer. You know, it really is a place of outstanding natural beauty. And speaking of outstanding natural beauty, look at these girls. Oh, and they're plenty fit enough, these, aren't they? I see what Charlie means is move these up to a paddock with less grass and give them the ones with foals, the paddock with more grass. She's a character, that last donkey, look, the one with the white face that's coming up here. This is why Danny can't ever not walk up here, because they just test you. You know, they look for weak links in the chain, usually me, and here they come, all pregnant. I had them scanned the other week. What's that one called, Danny? Don't know. Yeah, he said it's been called many a thing. So here they come, and they're all charging out. They get their heads up, they tootle about, they've got that haughty look about them. Can you see? As if to say, look at me, I'm a little bit special and I know it. And off they go. So it must make you very satisfied, Danny, to give these animals so much enjoyment in the space of 10 minutes.
They do love going out.
They do, don't they? And I suppose we know that the winters, once they come, can be long, and these days are to cherish. But the great news is, and we were working up the detail of it yesterday, we're going to have hopefully 3 winter turnout paddocks, so these guys can get their the time outside even in the wettest, darkest winter months. Excuse me. So that's the plan, and Dick will start that at work, possibly next week actually. So, and then continue it through the winter, because it's quite a major project. There's quite a lot of levelling up of ground to do. It's quite a civil engineering project, and it's right up Dick and Coles' street. It's the sort of thing that he loves to do. Abby says, make sure to pop a vote for Channel 5 too. It's at the end, yeah. Fabulous. Well done, Abby. Do you want my job? Sue says, they are so special. Josie says, I had my COVID and flu jabs on Saturday. Apart from a sore arm from flu jab, no after effects so far. Well done. Excellent to hear. So there we are. That's a good jobbed. David's mucking out the goat playground this morning. They're dismantling it. They're getting the muck onto the land, and making it ready for the next batch of goat kids. You know, they're going to be here. They're going to be with us in no time. So yeah, exciting times. Swiss Valley sheep lambing next week as well. So it's all happening down on the farm. If you come to the Pumpkin Festival on Saturday and Sunday, there's an excellent chance of seeing a baby lamb or a baby goat being born. So that will be fabulous. So the horses are now doing a little bit of mutual grooming. I love to see that. It's like they're just good friends. Brenda says, good morning guys. 1,100 people watching. Thank you for your interest. Gail says, they remind me of that donkey on Shrek. Yeah, I know the one you mean, that black and white one. Yeah, that's what it is. What's that donkey called on Shrek? Could just call it Shrek, I suppose. But is that a bit unkind? I don't know. We don't want to be unkind. Is that Scout? Susie says, black and white one looks like a donkey cow mix, lol. Yeah. Claire says, Sheila Edge, have a wonderful holiday. Yeah, Sheila, have a great time. A stick of rock, please. The jigsaw's charging about now down here. So that's a good job. I mean, it's a big job at the end of the day to get them back in, but it's worth the effort. You know, I do believe that. These paddocks were not, you know, they weren't cheap. They were a lot of stakes, a lot of wire, but they give these animals such a great opportunity to enjoy themselves. They're money well spent. And I suppose at the end of the day, our pledge is that, you know, whatever money you spend in adoptions and stars and things like that, we will more than double or even triple in terms of improved facilities for the animals. So we very much are into keeping that side of the bargain. You know, with these winter turnout paddocks, they're going to be a game changer for life on the farm in winter. And the new farm buildings that we're currently building, again, are going to give everything such a better crack of life. You know, instead of having to squeeze everything into the space you've got, we'll be able to give everything the space that it needs. So that's I think that's the difference, and hopefully you'll see the difference when we get going. Has Fern had a calf yet, says Linda? No. Carrie says, good morning, Rob and Danny. Love from Carrie Johnson and Chester. Has Fern had a baby yet? No. Susanna says, no, she's not expecting, unfortunately. Maybe that's Grace. Alison sent 500 stars. Thank you so much, Alison. That's incredibly generous. Tina says, I have had my flu jab voted and caught alive. Excellent. All before 8 o'clock. And Matt says, the donkey in Shrek is called Donkey. Right, well, it's Donkey then. That's what we're going to call it. Same from Samantha Starkey. Thanks, Samantha. Caller Fiona says, Sarah. Victoria says, Donkey on Shrek is called Donkey. Right. I like that. It's so simple, even I can't forget its name. And David's a good chance to remember its name. So I don't know where David is. He was going to get up and make an early start on the mucking out breath. I think he must have overlaid. Jigsaw's here. You can see why we call it Jigsaw now. I mischievously asked Charlie, why is it called Jigsaw when it's sort of obvious? Kate says, morning, Rob. Leanne says, Rob, when is Spotlight going back to Kent? Well, whenever he can get out and look after the mares outside, look after them being you know, a nice way of saying potentially mate them. There's Wade. Oh, there's Spotlight. Then he's welcome here, you know, and then when the weather really turns and he can't get out, we'll run him back down to Kent. We'll have a night out or a day out. Where did Rascal the donkey go, says Jean. That's a good question, Jean. All I would say is, wherever he went, it would be a great home, because I've delivered most of them myself, and the places that these animals go to are absolutely fantastic. There is so much, you know. I think if only all humans had the homes that some of these donkeys have, you know, the world would be a happier place. So the animals that we breed, it's our biggest priority that they go on to fantastic new adventures. And as a farm that breeds animals, you know, that's what we do. We put a lot of time and effort into making sure that the places that they go to are top notch, that they're first class, and that we only breed animals that people want. You know, that's sometimes more than half the battle. Sometimes you'll see this a lot in zoos and conservations. There's a big push now in the zoo world not to breed things that there's no need or want or yearning or home for. So and the same applies to us. We've got to make sure that the collections that we have, and this is why we've gone for the American miniatures. They're you know, there's a bit more of a demand for them than maybe the Shetlands. So that's, you know, if you sometimes wonder, well, why are you breeding that instead of that? Quite often it's driven by the fact that people want to own this type of animal, and that means we can breed it. We can enjoy the fact that these babies look absolutely fantastic, that these babies can you know, can please visitors who come to look round our farm. All the shires, we brought the shires in for the weekend because of the hurricane, but the great news is they're all going back out this morning. Blossom's already out. Yorkshire Rose is is Blossom's roommate now, and they do get on like a house on fire. It's beautiful to see, actually. It's a really, really, really lovely thing, and the best of pals. But they have their breakfast in separate places, so that the requirements are different. Blossom, to my understanding, Blossom wasn't being fed, I didn't think, but it looks like she's got some. Yes, one of the challenges that we've got is making sure that feed stays consistently throughout the week, because you've got different people on different days and all that malarkey. We've got the cows, the anniversary, or half the anniversary herd of cows and calves, with Sultan the bull. Sonia says good morning Sonia. They're down in the low meadow, and they're the ones that weren't scanned definitively in calf. Doesn't mean they weren't in calf, it just means at that point they hadn't identified as positively diagnosed. But hopefully next time Karen, the scanning lady, comes, there'll be more of them in calf. And the safer way to get these cows and heifers bulled, because there's 4 cows and 4 heifers down there, is on grass with less chance of slipping. You know, because obviously when Sultan rises up with a full weight and plonks himself on the back of one of these cows, they need all the I mean, a skillful bull won't plonk himself, actually. A skillful bull will rest gently, so that there's more chance of him completing the mating successfully. So a clumsy bull will plonk himself. So hopefully Sultan, by the fact that he's out there, that his motility is good because he's moving about and he's building up his muscles and strength, then he'll be able to place himself gently on the backs of these cows and heifers, mate them successfully, and we have a calf to look forward to. An older bull learns these tricks over time. A younger bull will be more haste and no notion, and maybe less successful in the end. Marlene says, what do we owe the extra video for? Well, we're turning the donkeys out, and I just thought, well, I need to show this because it's one of my favourite jobs. And also, if I could dare to ask, if anyone could spend some time, if they get a moment between ironing, working, cooking, doing whatever you're doing, walking, meeting friends and family, and if you've any time to vote for us for the TV Choice Awards, then we would be forever grateful. So in here, there is another mission taking place. We've got Sultan the bull, not Sultan, Murphy the bull, the Highland bull, with Lilibet and her calf, and Lady and her calf, and these were the two that were not showing us definitely in full in calf. So that's exciting for Murphy, and hopefully exciting for us when we think about new calves being born next year. So loads of ambitious plans around. We've been talking to the TV people this week about plans for winter, what they want to cover, what they don't want to cover. The stuff they don't want to cover will be covering on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook channel, on our podcast. All these mediums will gain momentum over the weeks and months. There's Magic Man waiting to run again with his girls when Spotlight's gone back. So yeah, exciting times ahead. Loads of compelling stories and content. We hope that you'll enjoy it as much as we're enjoying living our farming lives. You know, we're living a life that we never thought possible when we were little. You know, we didn't think we'd be able to stay on the farm, and we've managed to, and forge a career and a lifestyle that we're lucky to lead. Melanie says, can you please put a link in the chat? Can Old Farm? Can anyone who might be listening or observing please put a voting link in the chat? We would be so grateful. As soon as I've hung up, I will ask someone to do it. If you keep your eye around the comments. Victoria says, thank you, Farm Rob, for a lovely surprise live this morning. Great to see the farm coming to life. And Carol Anderson says, morning. Right then, guys, I'm gonna say cheerio. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate the votes that you've given us and the time that you spare to help promote the farm. We're very, very grateful. Please enjoy the day. You know, these dry autumnal days are days to cherish, aren't they? They're days to get outside, to walk through piles of leaves, but make sure there's no dog mucking leaves, because there's nothing worse And yeah, you know, make the most of every moment if you possibly can. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Farmer Rob Cannon Farm. And above all else, thank you for voting. See you soon. Bye bye.